Atlantis and the International Space Station flying 241 miles over the border between Spain and Portugal. This view now from the television cameras on Atlantis, looking back at the International Space Station as it continues its yaw maneuver. This is Mission Control Houston in the Space Station Flight Control Room. The Power Systems Officer is reporting to Flight Director Jerry Jason some shadowing on some of the struts for the solar arrays. This is known as longeron shadowing. Although they haven't broken the threshold yet, they're watching that very carefully. About 8.5 more minutes for this yaw maneuver. If, in fact, they do break the longeron shadowing threshold, in other words, temperatures affecting the struts on the solar arrays, we have fairly tight limits on how cold those struts can get. But if the shadowing does occur to a point that we don't feel comfortable, we'll just stop the maneuver and Atlantis will begin its fly around. However, we are continuing the maneuver at this point. You can see this extremely unique view of the International Space Station as Atlantis sits just over 600 feet away.
Atlantis, Houston, on the big loop for TCS, we should be on reflector 2 right now.
reflector 2, we'll put that in.
Rex Walheim aboard Atlantis, monitoring the variety of rendezvous tools available for the crew so that they can properly evaluate their distance from the International Space Station and what was their separation rate, and those tools again will be used to determine and maintain a radial distance of about 600 feet or so as they begin the fly around. Not yet underway. Pilot Doug Hurley waiting now for just a few more minutes for this yaw maneuver to be completed. Engine good as we are nearing the completion of this 90-degree yaw maneuver.
Hey Houston, we're getting really consistent HHL marks on just about the CG in the neighborhood of 657, so I'm not really sure about reflector 2.
Okay, thanks, Fergie. We'll take a look.
Yeah, marks, last 5 marks, very consistent at 657 feet, right on the CG. And these are PMM shots is what Rex has taken. And again, 657, very consistent.
Chris Ferguson indicating that Rex Walheim is getting consistent marks through the handheld laser that he's using.
Atlantis on the big loop. Yeah, what we think is going on is you've got good handheld laser, of course, and we do think it's reflector 2, but the attitude is so out in RPOP, so that's probably accounting for it. Once the maneuver stops in a few degrees, then we'll have a new ISS attitude for you.
Okay, we copy, Steve, and per our training, we're going to focus mainly on HHL throughout this.
Roger, and concur.
Still 659 with 0 opening.
Roger, Atlantis. Atlantis, we think you can put in the new station attitude now on RPOP. Pitch yaw roll would be 270.00 when the maneuver is complete, but as you can see, it's pretty close.
Okay, we'll do that.
Hey, we've got an update from rendezvous. Pitch yaw roll is 270.0.